For an agency, the offer is definitely the most important part of your entire client acquisition process. The offer is the 80-20 part of it, okay? So 80% of your entire client acquisition efforts comes down to your offer. So it's imperative to your success that you have a grand slam offer. In this video, I'm going to show you why you actually need to offer, the 6 components of an offer, and how to create your marketing message. So basically the wording for your offer, okay? Not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get straight into it.
All right, let's get into it. So first things first, what is the point of an offer? The point of the offer is to get a prospect over the action threshold. Now right here, you can see what the action threshold actually is. And so on this side, we have pain, and on this side, we have confidence, and it's measured from minus 100% to 100%. So obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. If someone is in 100% pain, that obviously super painful, and they will do anything to get out of their pain. If someone's in minus 100 pain, they're in a lot of comfort in their current situation, and they don't want to move at all. Okay, and it's pretty much the same with confidence. If someone is 100% confident that your product will get them what they need, then they are so happy and so ready to start with you. But if they're minus 100% confident, then they're basically very, very sure that your product sucks and they have a lot of doubts about your product, okay? And so obviously, anything under here, where you're at 0%, anything under 0%, no one's going to convert, obviously. But above 0% is where people start to convert, okay? And so the way that you kind of find out what the action threshold is you do the pain plus confidence divided by 2. So P plus C in brackets divided by 2 equals action threshold, okay? And so most people, their action threshold, so their threshold that they need to be over in terms of pain and confidence to actually make them make a decision, it's probably going to be somewhere around like here, right? Somewhere around 50, 55, 60%, okay? But there's obviously going to be some people who have action thresholds that are like 1%, and there's going to be some people who have action thresholds that are like 98%. So what we want to do is we want to make our offer and our positioning so good that we get them to like a 99%, where they have a lot of pain in their current situation, and they have a lot of confidence that our product is the correct vehicle and will actually take them from their current painful situation to their future dream desired situation that's really comfortable, and obviously it's their dream goal. It's what they want to do, okay? And the entire point of the offer and what the offer is based around is increasing pain in their current situation and increasing confidence. This is the main thing with the offer, is confidence, making the offer so good they feel stupid saying no, and increasing the confidence to a point where it's basically guaranteed in their mind that you can actually get them results, okay? That's first things first. Number one, what is the point of an offer? It's to achieve the action threshold and get to like this place right here in the action threshold where they're really confident and they're in a lot of pain in the current situation. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is what an offer is made of. Okay, and so an offer is made of 6 components: pricing, so obviously how much you charge; safety net, what's the risk reversals and the guarantees; number 3, dream outcome, or just outcome, so what is the outcome for someone who uses or completes your products; number 4, polarizing, so who is this for and not for; number 5 is the method, so what are you actually doing to get your clients from point A to point B; and 6 is your time frame, so how long does it take to get the outcome. Okay, so I'm going to give you a rundown. I'm going to assume, if you're watching this, you're an agency owner that maybe serves local businesses or coaches or ecom, whatever. I'm just going to assume that you're an agency owner. I'm going to base all of my answers for all of these to create your amazing offer around the fact that you're an agency owner. Okay, first thing is pricing. So around like a week ago, I released like a full video kind of explaining my paradigm around pricing. So I'm not going to go into the theory. If you want to learn the theory, which you need to learn if you want to use this pricing model properly, go and watch that video. In terms of pricing, what I would use is the Trojan horse retainer. Okay, so I'm sure you know the story of the Trojan horse. It's like something that's packaged as something else, but it's really something else. Okay, and so what we're going to do here is you're going to charge actually, you know what, I'm also going to talk about incentives. I'll get to that in a second. First of all, Trojan horse. So what you're going to do is you're going to say something like, I'm not telling you to use this number, this is just an arbitrary number. Let's say you're saying it's $2,000 up front and then $100 per booked appointment, right? 2K up front, and then 100 per appointment, right? Let's say this is the pricing plan that you pitch them. What you do is you say, okay, this is going a bit into the time frame, that's fine. Let's say it's a 4-month minimum. It's like a 4-month contract to do this to get the dream outcome. And it's $2K upfront, then $100 per appointment. But then after those 4 months, you move into a different model that's a retainer. So maybe it's $2K upfront, $100 per appointment for the first 4 months, and then after that, you sign another 4, maybe another 6 months at 1.5K per month, right? So the specific numbers, I'm not telling you to do 1.5K per month or 2K upfront or $100 per appointment. Specific numbers aren't important. It's just the model, okay? So upfront fee plus pay per result for 3-4 months, however long you want to do, and then after that, you're Trojan horsing them into a retainer. Okay, so obviously, if they're coming on the sales call, they don't want a retainer, especially when you've been talking about like pay per result basis. So this is the thing you charge them upfront with, and then long term, and after the initial period, you move them to a retainer that looks like this. Okay, this is what I've seen to be the best model for beginners in the agency space, and then eventually, when you do have a lot of experience and you can you have the expertise and you have the experience to back it up, that's when you can start to implement a guarantee. That's really good. Okay, so number 2 is safety net. So with this model, there's 2 guarantees that you should have. Number 1 is the implied guarantee that you already have, which is $100 per appointment. Just this model of pricing is called an implied guarantee because it's pay on results. So it's basically implied that you don't get paid if you don't get the results. So it's already a guarantee. And the other guarantee I would have is the guarantee on this. So I would say it's 2K upfront, but in let's say 4 months, if you don't see XYZ result, maybe if you don't see a 2x ROI or just a ROI, then we refund the 2K and we give you an extra 3 months of service completely for free, right? Having a guarantee like that, obviously the stronger the better, and the more things that you can do for them, the better. The more you can reverse the risk back onto you, the better. Okay, so ideally, and what I do for my product is I say, okay, if you don't hit the dream outcome in this time frame, then I refund all the money you gave me. I give you an extra $3,000 to say sorry, and I give you free. I give you like my service, how we were doing it for the past however long time, completely for free until you do hit the dream goal. So when you're working with me, you can either hit the dream goal in the time frame or hit the dream goal in a little bit further than the time frame, and I give you a full refund plus 3K. So it's really a win-win offer. The whole goal with the offer is making it, as Alex Lamonti would say, so good people will feel stupid saying no. Okay. And another thing before we move on, another thing I want to touch on with pricing is incentives. So incentive-based pricing is a very, very strong thing that you can use. And basically what it looks like is on the sales call, you would say something like, so let's use this offer, okay? If you're using incentive-based pricing, you would say something like, typically we charge $2,000 per month, but if you were to decide to make the decision today on the sales call, or on this call, then you would also have the option of just paying a one-time upfront fee of $2,000 and then $100 per appointment. So giving them an incentive to join on the call. Because if you just pitch them, it's $2,000 a month. There's no reason for them to decide right now, as opposed to taking some time to think about it. Obviously, we want them to decide as soon as possible. So give them the pricing and say, give them a higher pricing, and then say, but if you were to decide to start today, it would only be this amount. That's incentive-based pricing. If you're not using it, you should be. Okay, it's very awesome sales tactic. So that's pricing and that's safety nets. So number 3 is the dream outcome, and this is going to be very niche specific. So dream outcome. And so for me, obviously for beginner agency students, the dream outcome is probably going to be 10K per month. And because that's the dream outcome, that's what I guarantee, and that's what I put in my offer, $10,000 per month, right? So for you, it's going to be, maybe if it's in the gym niche, it's going to be $20,000 in added revenue, right? This is very niche specific, and I can't tell you what you should do. But the main thing you should focus on is that it's monetary. Maybe it's 50 new clients, or it's $10,000 per month in monthly recurring revenue. Whatever it is, it should relate somehow to the money, because obviously the money is going to be the main pain point, and obviously people are buying your product mainly to make money. Okay, so specific dream outcomes, I'm not your guy, because there's 1,000 different niches you could be in, and every single one of those niches has a different specific pain point and a specific dream outcome that they want. Okay, so this is your time to do your own niche market research. If you're on the med spa niche, go look at med spas, go look at other agencies in the med spa niche, see what they're doing, go look and see what they need, and then all you're doing is you're finding the gap between the current situation and the future situation, and you're positioning your product, your service as the bridge to that gap. Okay, and so obviously there's no point in and even doing any service if there's no gap there. There has to be a gap between the current and the desired situation. Okay. Dream outcome. It's up to you. It's niche specific, so go do your own research. That's what I tell you. Okay. Number 4 is polarizing. So who is this for and who is this not for? Okay. So obviously, polarization. The very simple thing that you've probably already done is pick their niche, right? You need to have a niche. So maybe it's gym, maybe it's doctors, whatever it happens to be. The easiest way to say who this is for is just pick a niche, right? And then the caveat is you need to say who it's for, but also what it's not for, right? So maybe for me, in my space, I can say we help agency owners. But if you're a coach or consultant, this isn't for you, right? Or you can say we help gyms. But if you're a boxing gym or a jiu-jitsu gym or a chain gym like Planet Fitness, we're not for you. We only work with the CrossFit gyms. And you can even go one step further. Say if you're a CrossFit gym, but you're not dedicated and you don't want to grow, then this isn't for you. This is only for dedicated CrossFit owners or CrossFit gym owners, right? Having polarizations like that is super important. And it's like the step above having a niche is having polarizations. So who are you not going to work with? If there's someone if you're in the CrossFit niche and there's someone who's a CrossFit gym owner, but they're lazy, you're going to say, we don't work with lazy CrossFit gym owners. We work with people who are dedicated and they actually want to see success and they want to see growth. We can only help you grow if you are as dedicated as we are. Okay? So polarization, very important. Number 5 is method. So method is actually something that you shouldn't talk about as much, but it's still obviously a component of your offer. So it's what are you actually doing? So maybe it's Facebook. Are you doing Facebook ads? Are you doing lead nurturing? Are you doing go high level? Are you doing SEO? What is the actual service that you're providing? Now, a big thing here is when you're talking about your offer and you're pitching it, you should not be talking about the specific ad. You shouldn't be saying, yeah, we do Facebook ads, and then we do lead nurturing and go high level, and then we also do SEO, and we're doing your YouTube ads, and we have this done for you automation on go high level. Don't say any of that. When you're doing the actual pitch, like on the sales call or on a cold call, wherever it happens to be, you want to keep it output based, meaning you only talk about the outputs. So you're talking about the dream outcome. I'm not going on my sales calls and I'm saying, yeah, we have a 6 month, we have 3 calls a week. There's a product, everything like that. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the dream outcome. I'm saying that if you sign up today, you're going to get this dream outcome. I'm not saying that if you sign up today, you're going to get Facebook ads and go high level lead nurturing, because realistically, they don't care about the method. The method is just obviously a component of your offer, but they don't care. I would rather some 10-year-old from Sri Lanka do LinkedIn ads and get me $100,000 in revenue compared to like a 30-year-old businessman who's doing Facebook ads and getting me no money, right? They don't care who you are and they don't care what you do. They only care about the end result, right? It doesn't matter. None of this actually matters to them, but obviously it's a component of your offer. So keep that in mind. Obviously, you need to have a clearly defined methodology of how you're actually getting the results, but you shouldn't tell them that unless they ask, okay? That's number 5. And number 6, the last one, is time frame. So this is very simple. How long will it take them to get the outcome? So maybe it's 3 months, maybe it's 6 months, right? Well, this is once again dependent on your service and dependent on your niche. I'm not going to tell you do a 3 month minimum, do a 6 month minimum, do a 9 month minimum. No, I'm not going to tell you that because it's going to be specific to you, okay? So for me and the gym niche, I found around 4 months was the best. For me currently, with my coaching stuff in the agency space with beginner SMA owners, I'm doing a 6 month minimum. But the only reason I'm doing a 6 month minimum as opposed to like a 2-3 month minimum is because really of the dream outcome. Like 10K per month is not going to be achievable in 3 months, right? And that's just me being completely realistic. Yeah. And these are the 6 kind of core pillars that you need to actually have an offer. And this is like the core foundations of what an offer actually is. Okay. And the last thing is what your offer looks like to people in your niche. And so this is your marketing message. And so this can be 1 sentence to 4 sentences. And this could be something very simple. Like for example, Trump's campaign in 2016 was MAGA. Make America great again, right? This is very short and it's literally just it's 4 words, right? Or we can pull up something like Educate by Iman Gaji. And if you want to see their marketing message, it's go from $0 to $10,000 a month with your own job servicing agency. If we go to Charlie Morgan Imperium Acquisition, we'll find that his marketing message is like, we make client acquisition easy. But like the actual message is agency owners, coaches, and consultants, you're 1 step away, blah, 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 right? That's what the marketing message looks like. There's no specific formula. I know like Charlie says there is. I personally think you can do it in any way you want. You can have a short form message and a long form message. You can have just one of them. You can have both. It's completely fine. It's up to you. Whatever's gonna feel better for you. So for example, Trump 2016 campaign. Obviously it's I'm not like saying I support Trump or whatever, but it's always great to look at politics when it comes to marketing because they're like the biggest fucking marketers in the world, right? So Make America Great Again. It's super simple and it's super catchy. I'm not gonna tell you specifically how to make your offer and your wording. It's completely up to you. Just do whatever's gonna come more naturally to you. So it might just be, like one of those fucking simple ones. It's like, we help gyms get more clients, whatever it happens to be, okay? I'm not going to tell you specifically, but you need to have some sort of marketing message. So if you're in the gym niche and a gym owner asks you, what do you do? Oh yeah, we help gyms, blah, 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 blah. Or you can say, for example, if you're talking to Iman Gaji and you ask, okay, what do you sell? Like, what's happening here? He's saying, well, we're helping you go from $0 to $10,000 a month with your own job servicing agency, right? Whatever it is, however long it is, however short it is, you need to have one thing that you can say, and all you're really doing is answering the question, what do you do? So, for example, for Charlie, what do you do? We help people, we make client acquisition easy. Iman Gaji, what do you do? We help people hit 10K per month with a job servicing agency. For you, for your agency, what do you do? If someone in your niche asks you, what do you do? The answer to that is your marketing message, okay? I hope that's helped. The 3 main pillars. Number 1, why do we need an offer? It's to achieve the action threshold. Number 2, like the 6 actual components of an offer, like what an offer actually is. And number 3, your marketing message. So creating something that you can say when someone asks, what do you do? Okay? So I hope that helped you. Please do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Comment any video ideas you want me to make. If you comment literally, I want you to make a video on XYZ, my next video will literally be on that subject, okay? And the first thing in the description is a VSL designed to fucking, book a call, sell you. I'm not gonna go into all that shit. If you wanna click it, it's there. See you in the next video, okay? Bye-bye.